Hello, hello. Welcome to Al Stock Trades. Hope everyone's doing well. I have some really cool data to show you guys that's I find extremely important. No one's talking about this, so it's definitely something that we should definitely discuss. But first, I want us to just mention this. So if you do not have Webull, okay, this deal is about to end. Okay, it ends the end of March, and if you sign up with this link to this broker, which I think is a stupendous broker, you'll get 5 free stocks. Normally they give out 2 free stocks, but then this month they're giving out 5, and that's valued up to $9,600. Okay, so again, the goal of this whole platform is to provide you guys value, and what more value than provide and be able to give out free money? You only have to deposit at least a penny in order to get these 5 free stocks. I mean, this is like a freaking stimulus check, right? So, if I'm very honored that, shout out to Webull. Shout out to the Webull family for sponsoring this channel. And it's all because of your guys' help. And this is, so for every, essentially for this platform, whoever signs up, you guys get 5 free stocks, and I get one free stock. So that's being transparent. So you guys get 5, I get 1. But hey, I'm okay with that, right? So definitely, please take advantage. Again, it ends March 31st or March 30, and just all you got to do is deposit a penny. Now that we got that out of the way, again, I want to be able to provide you guys more. Now let's go ahead and talk about data. All right, there's a lot going on, so please let me know if you guys can hear me, all that good stuff. So I wanted to start off by doing a market analysis and then going into the technicals, not so much fundamentals, because we talked about them yesterday and they haven't really changed. That's the beauty about fundamental investing. You really only look at them every 3 months, or once something shifts within the business model, like possibly a SaaS. Again, who knows, right? You should be getting 15. Oh, that's amazing, man. I appreciate that. Help support the channel. It really does help. So for people that with the channel, for people that do support it, any income that comes into the channel will be directly invested in the heart and soul of our Discord and better computer, better audio, better research tools. So again, it's all going back to you guys. That's the whole point of all this. So I appreciate that. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now with so I wanted to just take a quick diversion and take a look at this lithium optics. Okay, this tracks lithium batteries, chargeable technology, and we did something quite interesting within the lithium, the lit optics, essentially rotation. What we've just basically hit is a bullish reversal, a signal that every time we hit, we get a short momentum / sector rotation with inside stocks that are essentially, I would say, bubble territory. But now we're getting a bullish re-entry. Stocks like EVgo, ChargePoint, lithium powered stocks, heck, even Tesla, right? So we're starting to get a reversal. So I just wanted to just point this out to you guys as a market trend is slowly going underway. All right. Now that we explained to this, the lithium and battery technology ETF, this optimism index, it's not as reliable, and not in terms of it is reliable, but we just don't have a lot of sample sizes as much as all the other data that we've had, because again, lithium is sort of new with this EV movement. But what we've seen is that once we tend to get these signals, on average, 6 months after, we tend to grow approximately 17%, which is 100% positive rate in terms of the probability. So take a look into that. Just put this on in your radar, put it in your pocket, just so you can see. We had a marijuana sector rotation, I believe, today, so that was really interesting. But the O's tend not to last that long. Okay, so Now, I want us to, talk about the Treasury yield curve, okay? Now, there's a lot going on in this data, so I just want you to follow my voice and look at me, okay? So normally, when we have an inverted yield curve, which is essentially is a, for people that don't know, we talked about this before, but for people that don't know, we usually look at the 2-year and 10-year. And sometimes I like to look at the 30-year. Yes, out of all the graphs you can look at in terms of the stock market, it's usually the 10-year federal note that can tell you the future of the stock market, okay? And we all, investors, real estate, they all look at the 10-year, okay? What we found is that the 2-year now, if I were ideally just common sense, you would think that investing your money for 10 years should pay you more than, let's say, investing it for 2. Well, what we're experiencing now is an inversion of the yield curve where the 2-year is actually can be paying you more than the 10-year, which signifies that there might be a slowdown in the economy. Now, what people don't tell you, they just repeat these things. Yeah, inverted yield curve, inverted yield curve. What people don't tell you is that there's a level of inversion that we look at. And if we can graph this level of inversion based off of these criterions, we have 0 in terms of no worries, maybe trouble, and danger. And you can essentially look at these inversions as a form of, God forbid, I hate to use this example, but, in terms of cancer, right? You have stage 1 cancer, stage 2, and stage 3 and 4. And so, stage 2 is a, after I recall my cancer biology, after stage 2, you get a break of the basement membrane, and then travel. This is not a biology lecture. We're going to go into just the basic stuff. Stage 1 is, okay, we can go ahead and, it's something to take a look at, but we got to it'll be okay. We can fix it. We can go ahead and remove it and fix it. We caught it early. Stage 2 to stage 3 is when it starts to metastasize to a lymph node. That's when we get a problem in terms of, hey, has this spread? And the way we test that is by looking at other lymph nodes to see and kind of track it in terms of the cancer spread. How far has the damage been? So think of this yield curve inversion as different stages of cancer, okay? And once we get at this danger stage, which is above this threshold, that's when we're like, okay, yeah, we're headed to a recession, okay? So as always, we always tend to look at the worst. Let's just take the time periods where we're in danger, okay? This was in the 80s, okay? Then this is one here in the 80, 88, 89, okay? I keep saying like South Park, okay? Sorry, guys. I'll be better. And if you look at here, this is the dot-com bubble. And here is the 2008 recession. And here is the 2020 pandemic. So this is kind of the cancer, the stage 4. Like, okay, yeah, we're definitely headed to a recession. And every time we hit this, boom, the gray is the recession. We hit it, the gray is the recession. We hit it, gray, following recession. So you might be asking, well, are we headed to a recession? Well, look at where we're at right now. We're here. Now, I'm going to be slowly monitoring this and like a freaking hawk, and I'll let you guys know, our Patreon members and Mastering Stock Market students, you'll know. I'll let you know if we get to this level, okay? Maybe trouble, all right? But, maybe trouble, but again, it's still, these are the middle ones here, right? Sometimes we hit, sometimes we don't, but overall, we're okay. In fact, it's not a problem until you get to 25%. That's when you're like, the S&P starts to slow down. But overall, even when you have 10% trouble, no worries, you get around a 10% annual return on based off of the S&P from historic context, from the data that we have from 1962 to 2022. All right. So I wanted to just point that out. There's different degrees of inversions, and we'll explain that all in our Mastering Stock Market course. Because really, you got to go into the minutia, and I hope that this was a good way of looking at it. Because one prominent YouTuber and I'm very sad to see him go, is Chicken Genius. Very upsetting. He said that there was a recession, and what I love about YouTube is we can all come in, and I do believe there could be it could be a recession at any time. Who knows? But at any time point, I just love when people have their arguments and we can just come together and criticize each other on our arguments, not ourselves. And I feel like, but that's one down, unfortunately. Hopefully he'll come back. But I meet Kevin's response. Just a brief side note here was kind of harsh. You know what I mean? But just wish we can all get along. We could just criticize each other, but not too hard, But anywho, that's just the sad part. I'm speechless. I'm new to YouTube, so if this is how things are, then it is what it is. Okay, but looking at it right now, I hope this makes sense. And if you have any questions, please comment down below. All right, so now if we were to take the medium curve spread, just to make it easy for people to see, whenever we get below this number, this dash line here, we're going to a recession, right? And this is a great way to not kind of normalize the data. And you can see we're still way above this inversion. And every time we hit this below, recession, 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 recession. Okay, you get my point. We're far from it. We are trending down a little bit, but we're still far from it. And a lot of gains could be made in the market. So we'll take a look at it and we'll analyze, okay? Now, looking at the macro index model, usually when we're above 70%, we are in bullish territory in terms of we're good, okay? When we're below this particular region, we're essentially going in a territory that is unfortunately bearish. Now, it's hard to understand this, so if we go ahead and flip it and do 1/T, if we invert this macro index model, it's easier for us to internalize the data. We can see that whenever we get a blip in terms of the macro index model, in terms of this index, we do see a recession. And as you can see here, we're actually trending down. Okay, we were fearful for a little bit, but now we're going down. And we're going to be, again, seeing if it may curve up, right? So, just like here, went up and then went down and then just literally spiked up. So we're still going to analyze. But as of right now, we're looking pretty good. So now that we went ahead and we went through this market analysis to give you guys a kind of, pH test of the market here. Now let's go in and please don't forget to get your free stocks. Again, this expires the end of March. You get 5 free stocks by just depositing at least a penny, valued up to $9,600. Okay, so now let's go down here and let's do our stock research, and let's go straight to Clove and talk about what's happening. So before we even get to that, let's just see what happened today with Clove. So Clove's down 3.48%. We could see it trickling down here. Overall, we're still up on the month here, 43%, actually higher. Google's tend to, was wrong, but we're down for today. And let's take a look at the support and resistance levels, the projections, the Monte Carlo, all the resources that we have here at our Al Stock Alerts, which you can find in the Patreon, or we can give it to you here in the link down below. Give it to you here. So let's go ahead and send this over here. So now we got the diagram. So in terms of this Monte Carlo projection, it sends out a bunch of what ifs, and we get kind of an isolatory range of where the stock can trade within the next 30 days. Okay. So again, this takes historic price movements. Take it as a data set. Don't take it to heart. It's just one data. So we can see here, one moment here, my dog is, I have to tell my dog no. All right, so as you can see here, we're looking at when this line is closer to the green, it's still bullish, but we are close on a downtrend for the long term in terms of the next 30 days, but yet again, this can easily switch. Okay, this is more for people that are doing options and trying to figure out what is the intraday and doing technical analysis and all that. But just to give you guys the data for people that are, I know people that are doing this. So there's that. Let's go ahead and I'm not going to really do the revenue estimates. We've already done that. We're just going to look at the TA. So we're above the 100 MA. We're above the 100. We're above the 220 and 50. And we are overbought. There is a trend line resistance that we're going to have to take a look at. And we got to see what's, we got to diagnose the problem here. We got to see what's going on. So let's go ahead and see if there's unusual flow. So we don't have an unusual flow today. Let's see if there's any big flows. Nope, we don't have any big flows. Let's see if we get any change in institutional. So yeah, same thing, 9.96%. Let's go ahead and take a look at any Twitter chatter. See if Clove, this updates every 30 minutes. Any Clove chatter. We do have NVIDIA did go up today. Tesla. Okay, Tilray, the marijuana stock. Again, marijuana sector rotation. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and let's take a look at Wall Street bets. Again, GME, Tesla, Tilray, marijuana stock. I have a feeling that Wall Street bets really hates Clover. I mean, really, Tilray, I get it, but Clover's fundamentals are so much better. I don't know. It's definitely very jealous, I would say. So let's go ahead and take a look at the support and resistance levels for Clover. Oops. And you can search any stock you want. Take a zip. So as you can see, today we went ahead and we hit a level of resistance, which we'll look at in the hour chart. This is the minute chart, but we're hitting here the 358. Right now the stock is at 361. So we're essentially testing this green line here, which is a forward predicting artificial intelligent resistance line that it draws it out for you automatically. So we're going to have to see tomorrow. Like I said yesterday, the stock needs to take a breather. It's still in an ascending line. If it breaks it, then we're going to be in a short downturn, but we got to look at larger charts to see if we're still in an ascending channel. We are, okay? But as you can see here, if it goes ahead and breaks this, then the next level of resistance is support is $3.10, okay? So we got to take a look at that, okay? But overall, pay attention to this. And this updates, this updates as the chart updates. And you just got to listen to the chart. I have people on here in our group that are long-term holders of Clover, and also they have another account where they short-term trade it, so they were making money along the way. It's almost like selling covered calls, but instead of doing that, because it's kind of there's a risk to it, they have another account where they use our artificial intelligent technology, and they just go in and they just basically day trade it, which is obviously cool. And let's say if they drop the potato and they're stuck holding the bag, and they just hold because they know the intrinsic value of the stock based on our calculations is not 38, it's actually 48. Now again, if you want access to our Patreon here that gets access to our Discord, you can find it in the link I placed there, which gives you access to our price targets, okay? We have a lot of stocks here that we've analyzed, and we're going to be putting in more. We're looking at deals right now to see if there's any undervalued stocks. Coin is one of them we just published, but there's other ones we're going to put in there. So we're going to go ahead. Our price target for 24 to 2025 is $48. Okay, so that's our price target for Clover. And we did the fundamentals on a couple of those videos from before. So now let's go back here. And let's give me a moment and let me put the hour chart. I messed up here. Sorry, guys. hour. So if you look at the hour chart, guys, if we do indeed bounce off of this $3.58 resistance or support line, I always mix the two. The next level here, again, as I told you, we got to take a breather. We may have taken a breather. Tomorrow we may end strong, right? Or again, people like to sell on Fridays because of Ukraine. That's like what good news can come out on Saturday and Sunday, but you never know because they did talk about the whole peace treaty thing, but they could escalate to chemical warfare, which then, down, right? So, but if this does rebound and actually goes back up, it'll test the $4.18 resistance line, and if it does pass, we're on our way. And for the people that are in our group, as this transcends up, you would want to keep sending signals to our AI to look at the minute chart and quickly graph the minute chart as it transcends up to look at any reversals. And if you would like to day trade that or any stocks that we give our top short squeeze stocks, do that for any of the stocks, you'll essentially have the power of a freaking machine fighting all of the other traders out there. And I'll tell you, it's pretty good. Pretty good deal, right? So just, utilize the resource. It's like gym membership. Utilize your resources. And so if you look at the day chart, after we, so already we could be on a downtrend, as you can see here. It did bypass, it did bounce down off of the $3.74, as you can see right there. See right there? So that, we could be going down, who knows, to the lower levels of resistance. We'll see if we can go ahead and break through that. But as you can see, $3.74 was a tough layer to crack, and we can just kind of look at that. See right here? This was a tough layer. That's that resistance, and then it went down, right? And these are future predicting resistant lines. These are not past, right? So this tells you future resistance. Last but not least, let's go ahead and take a look at the. Then we'll look at dark pool. We'll take a look at the week here. And the week is as follows. You got 419, 747, and 12 here. So I think just Clover needs to slowly break out of these levels of walls there to ascend back up to its intrinsic value. And either it takes good news, a catalyst, who knows, SaaS, right? There's a lot of great things that can come about. In fact, one of our members posted something about Clover. And to believe that a SaaS is not too far-fetched, this was in their investor relation. This here was a video I posted about, an MIT video regarding our Monte Carlo simulation. But one of our members posted this, and if you can zoom in here, multiple potential, this is from Clover, right? Their investor relations investment case here. It says multiple potential opportunities to enhance our, growth cycles. It says direct contracting, now it's ACO, launched earlier this year, allowing us to significantly grow our lives under management, Clover Assistant Management, scale our product and engagement into original Medicare. Clover Assistant also has an opportunity to increase its lives under management via long-term SaaS opportunities with third-party risk-bearing entities. So as you can see here, it's not too far-fetched to believe and to speculate that Clover may become SaaS. We know that it's in the cards for the future. But honestly, I didn't think it would be this close. And I still don't think, but who knows? If it is, then those will be enough catalysts to break through those walls of resistance. Now, let's go ahead and go back up to our research. And let's take a look at dark pool levels. Forgive me. Yeah, we have the same buys, not too different from yesterday. We'll take a look at any. So we'll see tomorrow what happens with any buys and sells going on. In terms of the algo flow, which is a good thing to track. So you remember I told you yesterday we were going down as indicated. Well, now algo score is starting to go up. So we may be in for a bullish thesis tomorrow, which then you can utilize all our AI to go in. But now this is the 5-day. Let's go in and take a look at the day to see kind of what's going on here. So this usually means that there's not enough data for the day. So we have enough for the 5-day to build a case. So all together, guys, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to give a kind of brief overview of what's happening in the support and resistance for all the traders out there to help the masses, and also an understanding of the macroeconomic data that we have here at Owl Stock Trades that we use in order to essentially ascertain what the market is going to look like. There are different levels of inversions and almost like different stages of cancer. And it's at these different stages we can ascertain the likelihood of a recession. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. Other than that, if you're watching this on replay, please comment down below and we'd love to answer any questions. It is a privilege and honor to serve each and every one of you. If you like our analysis, if you like our tools, consider subscribing to our Patreon, which gives you access to our Discord, which has injected within it our artificial intelligent technology and other brain machines coming soon. And these are everything that we offer here. You can learn more about what we offer. Again, for people that come inside, don't get overwhelmed. For $10, we have a lot. And again, the reason why it's this much is not because, it's purposely undervaluing it to allow and democratize financial information for retail investors to help retail get a fair shake on Wall Street. So that's why we do this. And so those just don't, we get breakouts, we get analyst grade. There's just so much going on here. So it'll take you, there is a learning curve, okay? But it's like a gym membership. You get what you put in. What are your options about AMC? Lots of calls in the money. Yeah, I have to take a look at AMC. Usually, if we're going back into the growth sector and risk on environments, then you're going to expect all the money that was swooped out of the sidelines to go back in. I do want to take a look at, in fact, in terms of what's happening in the overall sector rotation today, along, honestly, with the map here. But I just want to take a quick look-see here. Give me a moment here. It's not loading. Pardon me. Let me just yeah, so I'm not getting any data here. But I do want to put this here so you can see it. There's a lot of flow into tech today. Okay, there's a lot of flow. So we may be seeing a short-term rotation. It depends. Ukraine's still in a war, and it looks like this may escalate. For people that don't know, Russia Parliament, whoever, they want to essentially get Alaska back and California back, because a while back, Russia, they sold California and parts of Alaska to the United States for, I don't know, under 20 million or something like that. And now Russia's trying to ask for it back after, 150 years? I don't know, hundreds of years, but 150, so something ridiculous. But this is kind of insane, and it makes us kind of tense up. Like, hey, why are you looking at our land? You know what I mean? So, this war may, escalate, but hopefully it doesn't. But if it doesn't, then yeah, I expect more money to flow into AMC in terms of calls and the money. Super Soaker, I don't know if you're a part of it, our program, but yeah, just go in and type in and research about AMC, and you'll be able to kind of see any calls on the money, big flows, unusual flows. We did have a recent buy for AMC that allowed the stock to transcend high up, but yeah, other than that, yeah, you are going to get inflows of those, but honestly, it is speculative, and they could dilute any time, you know. So just remember that. So it's definitely speculative. There's a lot of other undervalued stocks out there. So yeah, so you know, Facebook, and so there's a lot. I know it doesn't seem as fun, but you know. But altogether, that's all we have to you today. It is a privilege and honor to serve all of you guys. Thoughts on drop today? Not the, is it? Thoughts on Clove drop today? Not that 3 point. Yeah, well, we talked about it. I don't know if you just came in on the live. We did talk about it. So if you can, rewatch the live from the beginning. But we went over essentially the drop here in terms of all of our technical analysis. This is all on our Discord channel, and we talked about how you're going to get access to it here. And we also talked about our market analysis here that explains kind of what we think about what's happening with the market. And you know, other maybe perhaps battery stocks and other stuff that'll probably might come out of this. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Usually, because we're about to end right now, so no, don't be sorry at all. Usually, if I had like an extra 15, if I had more to present, I'll totally answer the question. But now that since we're about done, that's it. Don't want to waste your time giving you a quick answer when we gave an in-depth one. Don't be sorry at all. No, please. Do you think Clove will go back to 2? You know, our Monte, so we did a Monte Carlo projection here. If you want more information, there's an MIT course you could take on to understand how these work. But yeah, I mean, it could go, the bear here, it could go to 280. But I would say a Russian escalation, who knows? But if it does, within 30 days, if it does, then hey, I'm going to be very happy. I know, hey, God bless you, man. It's a privilege and honor to serve each and every one of you. You guys have no idea. I do want to end the live by just saying one thing. Please, this ends March 31st, or the end of the month. Here, let's figure out when it ends. I need to figure this out. This ends, you get 5 free stocks, but it ends soon. Usually if you click it on your phone, it tells you when it ends. But this will end the end of March. And as soon as it ends, guys, they're going to give out 2 free stocks. 5 is better, obviously, than 2. So you get 3 more. And it's valued up to $9,600. So please take advantage of this. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity. All you got to do is deposit a penny. That's all you have to do, is deposit a penny. There it is right there. Why is the price target 48 for 2025 instead of holding for 110 years? Do you think insiders will sell? So that's a good question. So the reason why it's $48 right now is because that's the data I have. So what we'll end up doing is every 3 months, we'll keep projecting out to 10 years, right? We keep projecting out every 3 months. And why every 3 months, you may ask? Well, because that's when they do their quarterly earnings report, right? And every time we get their quarterly earnings report, we do our intrinsic value calculation. And we look at, in 10 years from then, and 10 years after 3 months, and 10 years, we keep looking. And if we start seeing a cringe, or if we start seeing a decrease, we'll be the first ones to notice it. Rather, everyone else is like, la 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 la, you know, everyone's gonna be all, you know, super duper happy. We're gonna know in 10 years what's gonna happen. And as soon as it diverges down, and usually, from my experience, usually our stocks, you know, when we look at intrinsic value, stocks usually trade above or below their intrinsic value. It's never perfect, but I'll tell you, I'm a hardcore, you know, people are going to hate me, but once it hits an intrinsic value at the time where it is its intrinsic value, I'm out. Even though I'm going to miss some of that gain, I can do TA, but that's how serious I am as an investor, and I'm emotionless. I follow my plan, right? So it's tough, right? It will go over our intrinsic value for sure. But in 3 months, I may increase my intrinsic value. My intrinsic value went from 40 to 48. I increased it by $8 over 3 months, right? Because I was like, wow, they're growing. So it depends. It depends on the company. It's not me. This is not my emotions, right? These are just kind of the numbers, right? I hope that makes sense. Oh yeah, for sure. I want it to go down, so we buy more. We get more Chelsea Clinton price. Absolutely. We should get 5 more free stocks. Already have Weeble. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did you get? So you got 5 from before. Good. Yeah, they don't usually give out 5. It's pretty impressive. I'm very happy they are. And again, thank you, Weeble, for your generosity. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah, make sure you check out the promotion center and activate. Yeah, there's other promotions there too. So once you get in, if you transfer from Robinhood, they give you more money. So please, get out of Robinhood. So dark pool data is useful for day traders, right? I mean, as far as sentiment, yeah. So in our Patreon, the reason why our software is not in Patreon, our software, because Discord allows you to program, because you can make bots. So our Discord, which obviously our package here, the basics includes, it'll port you. You'll sign your Discord into Patreon, and Patreon will link you over to Discord, and then you'll have access to our Discord channel here, and you'll get all of our machine learning technology. You'll get our top short squeeze stocks. You'll get dark pool data. You'll get essentially all of this, and then this will essentially help you, find stocks that are runners up. And there's a start here video here, and there's lifetime membership. If you like our package, you can secure lifetime as we slowly increase it out of beta. But we have this how to use our Discord, and we'll continually update this as well as the frequently asked questions. We have this AI predictive tool that people have made a lot of money. I mean, literally within a day or two of them joining, they get their money back and then some. Here's the what can our AI do? This will basically teach you what each of, again, this is a lot, right? Option flow commands. You get all these options. You get all this data, implied volatility. You get dark pool commands, biggest block trades of like, I'll give you an example. Here is a code that you can put, and what that does is it'll give you the 10 largest block trades with some information here. So there's just so much here. There's crypto charts, art. There's just so much. It's like me trying to explain a Bloomberg terminal. I'm gonna drown before I'm able to give you all of it. But like, for example, if you want to look at usually we use dark pool here. If you want to look at the biggest dark pool trades for today, we can look and we can say we got QQQ, Nvidia, Tesla, and you would have already known this, and these were doing good. And then we got this is the bearish, and you got all of that, and Palantir. So you have a lot of data here which you can use. 10 years is a lot, but I am a long-term investor too. So I know it definitely is. Do you have any idea to engage with the CEO, Vivek? Maybe live interview, because I would love to. So I've already spoken to Andrew Toy, because I am a medical student and I am going to become a physician. So, my interest for Clover not only extends beyond its stock price. I have a personal, what's the word? Personal, but, kind of heart to heart, cheerleader, rooting for the stock, because it helps people that are poor. It helps people that are historically marginalized. I mean, how can you not want seniors to get good health care? How can you not want them to be taken care of? You know, a personal stake. Yeah. Not just financial, you know what I mean? And I'll tell you, if the stock is shit, I'll let you guys know, right? Because that's just how I do things. But, you know, how can you not want elderly people to be taken care of? You know, I was, just a side note, my first year of medical school, I was sitting with my classmates, and we had our our teacher. She's an internal medicine doctor, and we asked her a question because, you know, medicine's a very tough field emotionally, and we asked her, "What is your hardest moment that you've ever experienced as a doctor?" And she said, and I'm never gonna ever forget this in my life, you know. So she said that there was an elderly patient that died in a hospital, and she was, I think she was young, a young doctor. I mean, she still looks young. I mean, my God, right? But she was young in her practice, and she said, you know, she was like talking to the nurse, frantically looking, hey, what's the next of kin? Is there any person, does this elderly person have, so we can call the family, we can do these things? The patient had no one. The patient's deceased. The patient died. Obviously geriatric, older than 65, you know. And it was at that point, all of the people that person met, all the people that person engaged with, that person lived his whole life. And yet, on his dying deathbed, no one's there to say, you know, rest in peace, I love you, or no one knows. And that's very hard. So for a company, that's why I always say F these effing short sellers, right, that brought the stock down. Screw them. You know, screw Hindenburg, right? Like, if Clover wins, who ultimately wins? All of y'all grandparents and grandmothers and you know what I mean? So just think about that, right? So I'd love to have Vivek on for sure. And I'll definitely have other doctors that use Clover for sure. I'll have them on. Because, you know, who wins at the end of the day? You know? And if you're young watching this, is that how you want to be treated when you get older? You know what I mean? So we need to I'm old school. We got to respect our elders, and we're all playing a small part. And these are not just these are not like wealthy elders. You know, these are poor. These are people of color. People that need help. So, you know, just think about that, all right? So let's go ahead and ask a couple questions here, and then we'll go ahead and conclude the live. Oh yeah, don't be too concerned. The numbers speak for themselves. The revenue, no, we're good. Do you? Oh yeah, I don't pay attention to that. I pay attention about what are they doing with this business? How are they doing it? Are they doing it well? Whenever you're at a level of success, you tend to get a lot of people with claims. I looked at the claims. The claims are, they're back. A paperclip has more weight. Okay. Was Chamath just messing around with us? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. We talked about this earlier on the group. I mean, you know, I hope not. But with the SAS, I spelt it like that too. It's with two A's. My Goldie here is yeah, I'm on live, but yeah, you guys want to see my golden doodle real quick? Michelle, buddy, come here, buddy. Buddy, can you, buddy, come here, buddy, come here. I want to see you. Oh. God, you're so big. This is my golden doodle. I mean, you know, his mom's this way, so that's why she's. Look at the camera. No, okay, that's enough for him. All right, big boy. He loves his mom. All right, so it's a privilege and honor, guys. You guys have no idea how much you mean to me. I hope that this was helpful live to kind of give you the intraday. We could be bullish tomorrow. The algo score has reversed. And yeah, if you're interested, take a look at what we offer here at All Stock Trades. And please, please, please take advantage of the Webull link. It will end. I haven't pushed it a lot of my other lives, but you know, I really need to, you know, let you guys know you get 5 free stocks. I mean, that's pretty good, dude. So take advantage of that. Please do. And yeah, big puppy, that's for sure. Big puppy. He's adorable. They were actually going to put him down. He had a heart problem, but he grew out of it and he's not being put down. So rock on, right? So that's good. But yeah, God bless each and every one of you guys. Really, you guys do have no idea. It's a privilege and honor to serve you. We will continue looking at other undervalued stocks. We will continue providing more data. Any support that this channel gets will get it regurgitated back into the program, the Discord, the community, you know, everything. So yeah. No, yeah, a co-creator, take your time. I purposely put this at a very cheap price on purpose. We will, for as long as I can maintain, if the vendors that I get the data from increase prices, then I'm gonna have to. But I'm not gonna increase prices for my benefit. No, I mean I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm gonna be a physician. I'm good. I want to democratize financial information. So take your time, relax, don't worry. You know what I mean? Take your time. Don't even worry about it. You know what I mean? No, yeah, God bless you. And we'll be definitely updating the once we new computers coming in. So we'll be updating the beta access mastering stock market. So you guys will get a lot of information there. We're going to inject that with so much knowledge. But yeah, have a great night, guys. You guys mean the world to me. I don't know how much I can say this. You, the community that we're building on the Discord, looking in the morning, look at everyone talking, exchanging investment ideas, utilizing the AI. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. And there's nothing more in this world better than community. It always keeps me humble to see all of you guys. So thank you so much. And God bless each and every one of you. Peace.